Welcome back to the Boomerang Podcast. I'm Matt Geiger, and I'm here with my good friend.
Hi, I'm Josh Rusk.
From where?
I work for Rusk Lock Key. I actually own that company. We've had that company for 16 years now.
Yep. And Josh is probably my best friend. I wouldn't say probably, definitely my best friend.
Matt's definitely my best friend. I know if I need something done, I go to Matt.
Back at you.
Absolutely.
Back at you. But, today I want to bring up a couple topics. One was we want to give an update on Gold Bar Bob Menendez.
His giant-chested wife.
Yeah. Michelle Obama for president, and Trump wins New Hampshire. So we're going to do an update on those. But first I want to talk a little bit about, something, and I've talked to you about this in private, but, we get clients here that come in and buy, they want to do several $100,000, sometimes several $1 million of gold and silver. And I think the dilemma for them of, kind of getting, they know gold and silver is the right way to go, right? They know that that's a good place to be, but
absolutely
storing it home, and you've done work for me, you do all the work for the company. Let's say I'm the average person. I want to go store $1 million of gold and silver at home. What should I be looking for? A safe?
Yeah, and we have sold a few of the clients some safes.
Yep.
They've been very happy, and depending on the size of their purchase, if they're doing $1 million in silver, gold, whatever the case may be, they're going to want a good size safe, most likely made by American Security.
Yeah.
You're going to want to look at if you want to store other valuables in there as well, if you need guns, paper, whatever the case may be. But yeah, looking at the fire rating, get an hour to a 2 hour fire rating. I personally like having the digital pad on my safe, and I put a little bit of a heavier one on there. It's a lot easier and quicker to get into versus the old school dials. And the old school dials are great. I love them, but if I want to get in there quick and check on things, the digital pad is huge.
Right.
And so we can definitely, deliver safes like that, teach people how to use them, but I think that's a really good way to go.
And then in terms of fire rating, my understanding is the higher the fire rating, the a little bit more expensive it becomes.
Absolutely. It just makes the safe bigger, heavier, more sturdy.
Right.
And I would think for most people, an hour fire rating, I think, is really good.
Right.
If you want to get into cheaper safes, and you'll be doing like a 30-minute fire rating.
Right.
And that's still great. It's good. You have something to lock your precious metals up in. But I think an hour is a really good way to go.
I actually had a client call me today, a lady, and she had asked me about putting bars on her windows. That's something you can do?
I don't do the bars on the windows, but and I think that would be a great idea, but it's kind of scary and if you need to get out of there.
Right.
Let's say the house catches on fire and you're trying to squeeze between the bars. And so you want to make sure you have an easy way to get out if you bar up your home.
Right. And just real quick, where can people find you? If somebody wants to just call you up and just, get
if people want to get a hold of me, definitely on our phone number, 602-931-0736. And we also have a website out there on rusklockandkey.com. And we work all over the valley in Arizona. And so we're all over the place. Right now we're working on 3 schools, Rekeying 3 schools. They're expanding. It's a big business. And so that's what we've been doing today.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Well, let's move on to our good friend Gold Bar Bob Menendez. So Bob Menendez right now, he's sitting in court fighting these charges where, if anybody remembers the story, it's, he was caught with a whole bunch of, bribes of cash, gold. He's getting home mortgage payments paid, jobs, cars. And this was all being given to him by the Egyptian government.
Yeah. And I can only imagine where else he'd be hiding all these gold bars.
Right, exactly. And right now what he wants is the evidence thrown out due to the prosecutors trying to get revenge from another court case he was involved in for basically the same reasons back in 2017, because he was accused of influence peddling to the Egyptians. What I really want to know about this is, Bob Menendez sits in a very I think he might be on the intel chair. I forget where he sits, but this guy probably holds some secrets. Some information. What did he give the Egyptians? What did they get in exchange? He's got the gold bars, the cash, the mortgage payments, the jobs, the cars. What did he get in return?
That's what I'm kind of curious as well. Is he selling secrets like the rest of the government? Does he have some really valuable information that these Egyptians need to have? Mm-hmm. And it's obviously important if they're giving him all this gold and money.
It's absolute madness. And I think what he represents, and I said this in the last time I covered him, is, what other politicians are giving out information.
They're.
Do you remember the server, Hillary server in the Colorado bathroom? Do you remember that story from like 15 years ago?
Actually don't.
She had a server in a Colorado bathroom. And essentially, to my understanding, allegedly, the Chinese government could, they had the passcode to the server because that was designed to get this stuff over to them. It was outside of the government. And they had the login and password. They could just log in right to the server. She'd get the information there, and they just upload it right over to China, to the CCP.
Yeah, that's insane.
So it's like, I think we're going to start seeing, and as I said in the prior episode on the Bob Menendez stuff, a couple months ago, I think we're going to see a lot more politicians get exposed in this way.
Well, I think especially this year, we're going to see a lot of exciting things. I'm excited to see a lot of things this year. And this is the year. This is the year.
Michelle Obama, she's talking about running for president.
Ginormica.
Big Mike.
Big Mike. I think they're going to throw Big Mike in at the last 6 to 9 months. I think everybody thinks they're going to be running against Biden. We all know Biden can't do it. He's barely there as it is right now. And then they'll throw her in right at the end. It's going to rock all the waters. All the women are going to vote for her because they think she's a woman. And she's going to protect their rights. But I don't think it's going to happen.
But if Trump exposes her as not a woman, what do you think the women are going to do?
With the women nowadays, I don't know if they're women or men. I don't know. But if he does expose them, they better see the light and they better accept it.
Well, I got from the Gateway Pundit, they were saying that she and Barack are currently fundraising for her campaign, and they estimate she's going to be entering the race in May. What does this say about doesn't this prove Trump's claims of Biden's mental capability? Because he's probably going to step out based on his mind going.
I think they're all looking at a way to they're trying to get most general people convinced that Biden's going to run, but most of us that look into politics, just ever so slightly, even a little bit, we know the guy's not going to make it. So yeah, they're definitely making a backup plan. And I think Michelle Obama is going to be one of the backup plans.
Well, it was interesting. I was on I just Googled today, next Republican primary, right? Where is the next Republican? Just Google, where is the next Republican primary? And on Google, they had 2 columns, one for the Republicans and one for the Democrats. So, on the Republican side, which was lit up, you see I think it's Nevada or South, then South Carolina or something. And then on the left side is the Democratic side, and you couldn't even click it. It was just blank. There's nothing there. So they're not even running anybody.
They don't do much of anything. Everybody, I've had so many Republicans ask me, what are the Democrats doing? What are the Democrats doing? And a lot of us are like, we don't know. We know they got Bumbling Joe, but that's really all we know. They don't really represent any big primary stuff on there.
They have nobody. They have nobody with any ideas. They just want to get this Green New Deal or Green New scam, as Trump calls it. They want to force this on us any way they can, and they have nobody of any credibility to do it. So they're running out of road.
That's why I think if they throw Michelle Obama in there, which you kind of confirm that, then everybody will get all excited for her, and they won't be getting excited for anything.
So moving on to Trump wins New Hampshire. Is that a surprise?
It was not a surprise, and it was expected, and it worked out amazing.
And I learned in New Hampshire that Democrats can actually go and vote in the primaries there. So what they were trying to do is get them to vote for Nikki Haley. So
I thought a lot of them were penciling in Biden. They didn't have him on there, but you had to pencil in Biden. But a lot of them did vote for Haley.
And it wasn't the big blowout. But if you consider that, right? If you consider that a Democrat can vote for Nikki Haley, right, in New Hampshire, Trump got 45,000 more votes in New Hampshire this time around because he won in 2016 and 2020.
Absolutely.
He got 45,000 more votes in New Hampshire this time, even though the Democrats were trying to rig it by having them go and vote for Haley.
Trying to convince the Republicans to vote
story.
for her. That's huge. And that's a 3rd time in a row. That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. What do you see, just from your perspective, what do you see happening this year? What do you see playing out between now and the election?
Well, the people are definitely ready for a change. I know every election, everybody's already ready for a change, but they're definitely ready to get Trump back in office. And when we go into South Carolina, man, that's going to be amazing. He's going to knock Haley out of the water. I predict that she'll finally give in at that time and endorse him and step back in line like she should. Shouldn't be running any further as it is right now, but she's going to stretch it out as long as she can. She's got a lot of money to spend, but I think after South Carolina, I think she's done.
Done. Yeah, I mean, she's talking about how she's just getting started. I think it's a joke. I think all these people are a joke. But enjoy the show, folks. Thanks for joining. You want to tell everybody where they can find you one more time?
My name is Josh Rusk, 602-931-0736 at rusklockandkey.com, rusklockandkey.com.
And as you guys know, I'm your go-to gold and silver broker here at Midas Gold Group. So If you want to get in touch, you can call me directly. My phone number is on the screen, 480-725-0536, or text Boomerang to 232425, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks so much.
Take care, folks. Yeah, I appreciate it.